No, that will never do. His life is not to be thrown away. Be quiet, said he, in a whisper to Wilder. I've another card to play, which shall serve us better than all the plunder here. No harm must come to that youngster. His life is worth thousands to us. Then, turning to Luke, he continued, I'm loth to hurt you, yet what can I do? You must have the worst of it if we come to a pitched battle. I therefore advise you, as a friend, to draw off your forces. We are 3-3, it is true, but 2 of your party are unarmed. Unarmed! Interrupted Titus. Devil burn me! This iron shillelagh shall convince you the contrary, Jack, or any of your friends. Make ready then, my lads, cried Palmer. Stop a minute, exclaimed Coates. This gets serious. It will end in homicide, in murder. We shall all have our throats cut to a certainty, and though these rascals will as certainly be hanged for it, that will be poor satisfaction to the sufferers. Had we not better refer the matter to arbitration? I'm for fighting it out, said Titus, whisking the poker round his head like a flail in action. My blood's up. Come on, Jack Palmer. I'm for you. I should vote for retreating, chattered the attorney, if that cursed fellow had not placed a ne exeat at the door. Give the word, captain, replied Rust, impatiently. Aye, aye, echoed Wilder. A skilful general always parleys, said Jack. A word in your ear, Luke, ere that be done which cannot be undone. You mean me no treachery, returned Luke. Jack made no answer, but, uncocking his pistols, deposited them within his pockets. Shoot him, as he advances, whispered Coates. He's in your power now. Scoundrel, replied Luke, do you think me as base as yourself? Hush, hush, for God's sake, don't expose me, said Coates. Lady Rookwood had apparently listened to this singular conference with sullen composure, though in reality she was racked with anxiety as to its results, and, now apprehending that Palmer was about to make an immediate disclosure to Luke, she accosted him as he passed her. Unbind me, cried she, and what you wish shall be yours. Money, jewels, may I depend? I pledge my word. Palmer untied the cord, and Lady Rookwood, approaching a table whereon stood the escritoire, touched a spring, and a secret drawer flew open. You do this of your own free will? asked Luke. Speak, if it be otherwise. I do, returned the lady hastily. Palmer's eyes glistened at the treasures exposed to his view. They are the jewels of countless price. Take them, and rid me, she added in a whisper, of him. Luke Bradley? Ay, give them to me. They are yours freely, on those terms. You hear that, Luke? cried he aloud. You hear it? Titus, this is no robbery. Mr. Coates, know all men by these presents. I call you to witness. Lady Rookwood gives me these pretty things. I do, returned she, adding in a whisper, on the terms which I proposed. Must it be done at once? Without an instant's delay? Before your own eyes? I fear not to look on. Each moment is precious. He's off guard now. You do it, you know, in self-defence. And you? For the same cause. Yet he came here to aid you. What of that? He would have risked his life for yours. I cannot pay back the obligation. He must die. The document will be useless then. Will not that suffice? Why aim at life? You trifle with me. You fear to do it. Fear? About it, then. You shall have more gold. I will about it, cried Jack, throwing the casket to Wilder, and seizing Lady Rookwood's hands. I am no Italian bravo, madam, no assassin, no remorseless cutthroat. What are you, devil or woman? Who asked me to do this? Luke Bradley, I say. Would you betray me? cried Lady Rookwood. You have betrayed yourself, madam. Nay, nay, Luke, hands off. See, Lady Rookwood, how you would treat a friend. This strange fellow would blow out my brains for laying a finger upon your ladyship. I will suffer no injury to be done to her, said Luke. Release her. Your ladyship hears him, said Jack, and you, Luke, shall earn the value set upon your generosity. You will not have her injured. This instant she has proposed, nay, paid, for your assassination. How? exclaimed Luke, recoiling. A lie, as black as hell, cried Lady Rookwood. A truth, as clear as heaven, retained Jack. I will speedily convince you of the fact. Then, turning to Lady Rookwood, he whispered, Shall I give him the marriage document. Beware, said Lady Rookwood. Do I avouch the truth, then? She was silent. I am answered, said Luke. Then leave her to her fate, cried Jack. No, replied Luke, she is still a woman, and I will not abandon her to ruffianly violence. Set her free. You are a fool, said Jack. Hurrah! Hurrah! Vociferated Coates, who had rushed to the window. Rescue! Rescue! They are returning from the church. I see the torchlight in the avenue. We are saved. Hell and the devil, cried Jack. Not an instant is to be lost. Alive, lads! Bring off all the plunder you can. Be handy. Lady Rookwood, I bid you farewell, said Luke, in a tone in which scorn and sorrow were blended. We shall meet again. We have not parted yet, returned she. Will you let this man pass? £1,000 for his life. Upon the nail? asked Rust. By the living God, if any of you attempt to touch him, I will blow his brains out upon the spot, be he friend or foe, cried Jack. Luke Bradley, we shall meet again. You shall hear from me. Lady Rookwood, said Luke as he departed, I shall not forget this night. Is all ready? asked Palmer of his comrades. All. Then budge. Stay, cried Lady Rookwood in a whisper to him. What will purchase that document? £1,000? Double it. It shall be doubled. I will turn it over. Resolve me now. You shall hear from me. In what manner? I will find speedy means. Your name is Palmer? Palmer is the name he goes by, your ladyship, replied Coates. But it is the fashion with these rascals to have an alias. Ha ha! said Jack, thrusting the ramrod into his pistol barrel. Are you there, Mr. Coates? Pay your wager, sir. What wager? The 100 we bet that you would take me if ever you had the chance. Take you? It was Dick Turpin I betted to take. I am Dick Turpin. That's my alias, replied Jack. Dick Turpin! Then I'll have a snap at you at all hazards, replied Coates, springing suddenly towards him. And I at you, said Turpin, discharging his pistol right in the face of the rash attorney. There's a quittance in full. End of chapter 6, book 2.